Howdy, 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 my darling Leo. And oh my gosh, I have your cards pulled out here for your weekly tarot reading, Leo, for January 2023. And it's pretty crazy. A lot of big changes are happening here. Be anticipating some people from your past, honey, people that you've had on your mind, trying to hit you back up as you continue propelling forward in life, because I do see that happening. If you're wondering what type of spread I'm using, I'm going into a past, present, and future type of tarot reading. So if that's a resonance to you, keep on watching, darling. Let's just get right into this here. I'm going to be pulling clarifiers later on, but I'm going to start showing you these cards. In your past here, Leo, you have the Chariot, the Devil card in the reverse, and then the Nine of Swords here, Leo. All right. And so I see for you, Leo, and this is already you already have been experiencing this with this Chariot card. Obviously, this is the past portion of this here. It's like you have started having new ideas, new plans of how to continue moving forward with your life. All right. And then this Devil card in the reverse here, and then this Nine of Swords coming forward to you, Leo. This is like a message here of where it's just like people that I feel like you really wanted to make situations work in your life. Job, people in your life. Like there's just a lot of things, Leo, that you really tried your hardest to have it work out, right? You saw a lot of potential in certain things, and people, and they just ended up not being able to live up to that potential. And in some ways, they just really ended up disappointing you. All right. And so the case is, though, for you, Leo, is that I really want you to just continue moving forward, even though you're going to be having people from your past trying to hit you back up and get back into your headspace, because it's almost as if, Leo, people are going to be messaging you and be like, oh, Leo, don't forget about me. Time has gone on. Maybe we both healed and we want to reconnect and stuff like that. No, Leo, you just want to be cutting it out and continue going forward. See these people from your past that you tried your hardest to. See these situations as well that you tried your hardest to, of making it work out at the time when you had to move on from it. And you might even, for some of you Leos, you might be really struggling with fully letting it go. You tried your best, it didn't work out, keep going forward. This is not a sign from spirit to be like, oh yeah, give it another chance, what have you. No, darling, these things are only showing up in your life because it's the last type of reminders being like, oh, Leo, are you sure you want to let this go? And da 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 da. Girl, move on. In your present here, all right, we have the Queen of Wands, the Strength, and the Wheel of Fortune coming in here for you, Leo. All right. And so I feel like for you, darling, all right, this is your card here, right? That's why you see that line there with that Strength card. Is that no matter what, Leo, you can hear any type of bad news. You can be dealt, like, no matter what it is that you are put through, you will always find a way to make things turn in your favor here. And I feel like for you, Leo, you are stepping into a place of where it's almost as if you needed to deal with certain things in your past, right? That helped you at the time. You probably felt pretty unempowered. All right. At the time, you probably felt unattractive, not talented enough, or anything like that. You had to really struggle with that imposter syndrome. But it's because you had to deal with those situations and you still came out fighting. You still came out swinging, Leo. This is show to you, that you can do it. All right. It's showed to you. It's like you hit your rock bottom and now you're going up and nothing can bring you back down anymore. And so I see you having a lot more confidence when it comes to what you want to do in life. I see you becoming more outgoing. The more that you go out, Leo, the more, good things that will come forward to you. All right. I really do feel like this is the type of energy for you, Leo, of where it's like, you go out and people offer to buy you coffee. People try to chat you up, like you're going to really find opportunities in the least expected places for you, Leo. So even though you were dealing with stuff in the past, allow for this tarot message to really motivate you or inspire you to put yourself out there, because I do see you being received in such a beautiful way. All right. And then in your future, it's no different, darling. All right, Leo, we have the King and Queen of Cups with this Ace of Cups here. This is divine counterpart energy. This is what some people would say like a soulmate, twin flame, or anything like that. All right. And so there's two parts to this message here, Leo. All right. And stick with me here, because I don't like to just make things about social, right, and just about relationships, whether it's romantic or platonic, all right, because not everyone's interested in talking to people. And cups just don't always represent people, right? Or emotions. What this can mean in a social way, though, all right, is that part of why, just as I was saying, it's like I think it's really good for you to go out and put yourself out there, because it's like part of that is like you're going to find your soul tribe, or at the very least, you're going to be finding somebody in specific that you are meant to connect to. So this could be like a new best friend or a new romantic relationship. Whatever the case is extremely powerful, right? With the divine counterpart energy. Ace of Cups represents new love or new opportunity. And so we're going to go into the opportunity aspect of this message now as well, and where I feel like for some of you Leos, you're getting into proper alignment with what it is that you're destined in doing. And the reason why I know this is because of this Queen of Wands. I feel like on some level, Leo, you've known what you have been destined to do, but you didn't have the confidence back then that you do now, and that what you're going to be having in the future. All right. And so it's like you had these desires, you knew what you were meant to do in this lifetime, but I feel like you kind of tried to avoid it because you weren't really comfortable with fully claiming your power, if I can say that, Leo. But yeah, it's like your future is looking really solid here. Times are really changing for you. The Wheel of Fortune is starting to finally turn in your favor here, Leo. All right, really fabulous, really beautiful here. So let's start clarifying all these cards here. All right, I'm going to clarify your past situation first. All right. So Leo, your past situation clarifiers, we have the Six of Wands, the Emperor, as well as this Hermit card here. And so kind of very polarizing energies from this Hermit card, all right, where it's just like you don't want to talk to anybody, to then the Six of Wands, which is like public recognition, being noticed a lot. This is, I always say, the Six of Wands is my fame and fortune card here. You're going to be grabbing a lot of attention here, Leo. And like the best message Spirit can be suggesting to you, Leo, is just, again, this is with that Hermit card there, it's just like stay in your power. With that Hermit card paired with the Emperor card, this is like staying in your power. Don't be trying to entertain certain people from your past or anything like that. You are moving on, all right? You are going to be attracting bigger and better things. You gave jobs the opportunity to appreciate you in your fullest, to your fullest, Leo, and they couldn't live up to it. They couldn't do what they needed to do to appreciate you without tearing you down. Because I feel like that's something you had to deal with a lot, Leo, is a lot of fragile egos. I know a lot of people, Leo, always like to call you Leos in specific to have such an ego problem or anything like that. And the reality is, it's just like, I mean, even if you have a big ego with yourself, it's having an ego is only negative if your relationship with your ego is negative, right? I have an ego when it comes to my tarot readings. I know that they hit, honey. I know, like, when I'm giving a reading to somebody and personally, like, I know we're gonna have a fabulous message. We're gonna resonate, and I'm gonna click with you. All right. Any person that sees that as a negative, or takes anything negative from that, is somebody that just has some type of personal insecurity and they're projecting onto me, and that's kind of like the same thing for you, Leo. All right. And so continue rising in your greatness. Do not allow certain people that couldn't appreciate you back in the day try to come forward to you now when you have more confidence in yourself, when you are creating your own personal empire. All right. And so let's start clarifying your present cards here. All right. So we have the Three of Cups coming that just fell out here. All right. Definitely confirming to me, Three of Cups is the card of victory, and also just good news coming on here, coming forward to you. All right. So really some really good stuff coming forward to you, Leo, as well as the fact that, again, I do feel like you're going to have some really positive people coming into your life. And this is being confirmed by the Ten of Cups and Knight of Swords here. All right. That court card complementing this here, Leo. So what I want to be saying to you is that just be looking for the future. All right. When you might be feeling lonely right now, you might feel as if you don't have too many people you can talk to or anything in that nature. But the case is actually, Leo, is that, you're lonely now, but, I feel like in a couple months, you're going to be having your own circle of friends, as long as you keep that space cleared away from people from your past. Now, getting into your future, spread now. We have the Page of Wands. Page represents new energy, new opportunities coming into your life with that Wands card. All right. So really powerful opportunities. And I feel like this leans more so, Leo, towards my people that would gain some type of value from having public attention, right? If I had Leo in my chart, I'd be like, okay, this is really fabulous. Probably my YouTube channel is somewhat one of my social medias are gonna really take off. Something in that nature, right? Nine of Cups coming in here, and then the Ace of Wands. You know, to be not to be dramatic, you know, the Nine of Cups, if you look up the meaning of it, Leo, this card mentions like a wish being granted for you. All right. And so what came to mind immediately, Leo, is this message where it's like your wishes are starting to come true. You know, you're it's like doors that you've felt as if have always been closed off to you are going to be opening very beautifully for you. And so it's like, for example, maybe you always wanted to do social media, right, Leo? But the idea of growing a social following or anything like that was too daunting for you. Darling, your social media career is really going to be taking off, and it's going to feel a lot more approachable than it ever has felt in the past here. And it's due to the fact that you're having a lot more confidence in yourself. And really, this is just your time to shine, Leo, in 2023. So going into your oracle reading before I let you go, my beautiful Leo, you have the tidy house, clarity and organization. All right, so this might be a little bit of a weird message here. Initially, Leo, when you see this, you're just like, girl, are you telling me to clean my house? I mean, maybe you need to clean your house, Leo, but more so what I want to put a focus on this with, Leo, is that I feel like for you, you're cleaning house. You're cleaning house of old stale energy, old stale people, honey. But also this fact, I do feel like it is important for you in order to best utilize this energy coming forward to you, Leo, is you want to put yourself on a routine. It's really important for you to create the environment for success, right? When it comes, you know, for example, whenever I'm ready to really do a bunch of work and do a lot of social media content creation and stuff, I set up my space for success. So I can do readings here. I can record my podcast, which I have a new one. I'll link it down below. You know, I set my space up for success. So I'm always feeling the most productive, and my space allows me to be productive. And so I want you to think about it in that nature as well as just you, again, cleaning house and allowing all this new energy, all these new blessings to come forward for you. So that's the weekly tarot reading that I have for you, Leo. Hopefully something in here resonated, and I'll connect to you sometime in the near future. Bye, darling.